Previously on the Theme Park Evaluator. Six Flags last year was having its 35th anniversary. That's right, 35 years. Just take a listen one more time to what he has to say.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 37th season of Six Flags Great America. Thanks for coming today. We really appreciate it.
It bothers me to no end when a theme park decides that, oh, guess what? What we need to do is have loud, blaring music all over the place, especially when you're in a line for a ride or other type of attraction. Once again, the TVs are back. Hate the TVs so much. Grab some cool air, jump in the mirror. Oh God, now they even have regular advertisements. To me, Six Flags Great America this year has had theming go on a steady decline. And sure, the TVs have been there for a while now. But the fact that they don't want to rectify anything like that, they don't want to even update paint schemes on their rides. That's right, they don't want to update the paint schemes. Remember when Al was mentioning that he could barely read the letters? Let's just look at that again, okay? They really need to update their paint. I mean, you can't read that.
Yeah, kind of can. The Superman's kind of faded, though.
Yeah, I know.
So I think they put more money in the actual plastic.
Wait a minute.
The creatures and the signs.
But we need more theming for that ride. We need more theming pretty much everywhere in the park. Batman the Ride no longer has its graffiti, no longer has the wonderful, miniature junkyard. It looked like you were going from the well-off area of Gotham. It looked like you would go into more of the run-down area. The place where, maybe even you could get mugged or something. I mean, it was a place where you didn't want to take your kids. X-Flight, however, fantastic use of theming. I literally, when I was watching that, or looking at the track, could literally feel as though I was about to get into a type of military exercise. I was able to truly feel as though I was at a control tower. The cleanliness of the park, I hate when theme parks, movie theaters, pretty much anywhere I go, claims that it is the cleanest whatever in the world. And Six Flags says that every hour on the hour. And I keep seeing trash all over the place. Trash. That's right, they say they're the cleanest theme park in the world, yet I have never seen a piece of trash at Disney, or Cedar Point, or Timber Falls Adventure Golf. I haven't seen it at Mount Olympus, or Noah's Ark. I've barely seen some trash at Busch Gardens Tampa. Barely. Just a little piece here and there. Nothing much. Six Flags has maybe, we'll say, I've seen 15, 20 pieces of trash all over the place. And by that I mean, I can see a wrapper over by Columbia Carousel's reflection pool. I can see more trash, like a pretzel wrapper, right over by the entrance to Skytrek Tower. These things, to me, are unforgivable with the amount of employees that they have and with the amount of I Like to Move It playing every hour. I hate that song so much. But that's not the point. The point is, they seem to be failing on certain aspects of the theme park experience. Lastly, of course, there's entertainment. And to me, Six Flags Great America is ultimately very entertaining, with those few exceptions that I just mentioned. Six Flags Great America, again, very entertaining. They happen to be, they try to be in with the roller coaster race. That's what I'm going to call it. Pretty much, they try to build more roller coasters in order to compete with places like Cedar Point or Six Flags Magic Mountain that have 17 roller coasters. Six Flags Great America only has, according to them, 14. I only count 13, but that's just me. Anyways, that does not matter. What matters is the rides are fun. Yes, even the Whizzer. That's right, even the Whizzer. I know you out there, you are the one I don't. Whizzer is a fun family ride, and it deserves to be there, okay? That's right. There are rides for the kids. There are rides for the adults. There are rides for the elderly. There are rides for every single person in that park. And ultimately, to me, that is what provides entertainment. However, there are even things for people that don't like rides. Shows. As I mentioned before, Screams and Dreams at the Victorium. You have Pop Fusion over at the Grand Music Hall. And to me, that gives it good return value. Ultimately for me, for Six Flags Great America, I have to give theming a 2. I always go out of 4, so that's about a half. If this was, school, this would be a complete fail. But I don't think that. I don't think that any theme park ever actually fails. They all are different. They all are diverse. Ultimately, theming is a 2. Sorry. When it comes to cleanliness, I have to say, Six Flags, you are not nearly as clean as I would like you to be. You need to clean up your act, Six Flags. When I go into the restroom, I don't like seeing huge puddles on the floor. I do not like seeing mud dripping across the walls. I've seen that at Six Flags. Ultimately, for me, they have cleaned up their act a little bit since last year, when they first started this whole campaign that they are the cleanest theme park in the world. I think that they are trying to psych themselves up to becoming the cleanest theme park in the world, and I think that they're starting to go in the correct direction. This year I did not see the horrible mess of mud all over the wall, thank God. So again, they have been getting cleaner. Ultimately, I would have to give their cleanliness a 1.5. Now, guest relations, as I had mentioned before, they are very friendly towards the guests. And in fact, on opening day, Al and I, we had said to say, I don't have any video of this, but we had a fairly long chat with one of the employees about the rides that they have there and whether or not certain ones are still making the grade. Ultimately, I think that that is a wonderful thing, having guest and employee, or host, I should say, interaction. That is what it's all about. For me, that gives them a big old 4 out of 4. Yeah, that's right. 4 out of 4 for guest relations. That's right. If you need a theme park with great guest relations, Six Flags Great America can't get much greater than that. I mean, perfect. And lastly, there's entertainment. Now, for me, ultimately, Six Flags Great America, excellent rides. I love rides. Have since God knows how long. However, I still think that they lack a little bit when it comes to shows. Ultimately, I'm not asking for much. I love the musicals. I think they're great. And ultimately, most of the tunes are very catchy, and, the audience can bob their heads, and, time with the music, and generally, great choreography. I, however, think that there needs to be a more diverse amount of shows. I mean, we got the Shootout, the Southwest Corral, we've got Pop Fusion, we got Screams and Dreams. We ultimately have 2 musicals, though. I'm sorry, I forget what the musical is for this year. I only went there once so far, and I forgot to pick up a show guide. Yeah. But anyways, there's 2 musicals. I love musicals, don't get me wrong. But if we're going to have multiple shows, we don't need half of the shows, I should say, to be that of musical persona. We have one that's a Western. I love that. That's great. It's a little bit too corny for my taste, but that's fine. It's Six Flags Great America. They're family-friendly entertainment, so it needs to be a little bit corny. You have Screams and Dreams Part 2, which I find fascinating. I love finding out a little bit more about theme parks, especially Six Flags Great America, because that's the one that's close to home. You know, as the 1992 commercials were saying, it's always just a hop, skip, and a jump away to, the nearest Six Flags. Yeah, I had to. I'm sorry. But, we got a parade at night, and this parade is much better than what they used to have. With old dilapidated floats, it wasn't good. Now, they've upped the ante, they've gotten it back on track, I should say, and that I love. Ultimately, for me, entertainment, I'm going to have to give a 3, because, as I said, the shows are a little bit lacking, they need a little bit more diversity. Ultimately, that brings Six Flags Great America up to a 2.5. That's right, 2.5. That's not bad. Especially considering we had a 2 for theming. We had a 1.5 for cleanliness. We had a 4. That's right, a 4 for guest relations. And we also had a 3 for entertainment. Ultimately, for me, that is what Six Flags Great America is all about. It's about more the entertainment and more about the guest relations than it is really anything else. Six Flags Great America, to me, no longer is a theme park. It's more of a thrill park, because they're basing it more on the high adrenaline rather than the theming. But it seems as though the new, for lack of a better word, regime is wanting to go back to the roots of theming, and that's why, for me, with X-Flight having simplistic but beautiful theming, that is a major bonus. Thank you for watching. I am the Theme Park Evaluator, Joseph Gregory Pagac. Have a great day. Encore!